Hey, listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but listen, I got a question for you. Are you ready to change your life? Do you need to see an example or hear an example so it can give you some motivation to change your life? Do you need motivation to help you believe in your own dreams of what you got going on in your life that you see in your brain that hasn't materialized to your reality? Are you ready to get that motivation to chase after that dream? Well, follow me, because I'm about to show you how I did it. And guess what? The journey never ends, so I've never really completed nothing. So I always understand that about life before I delve deeper into this. So let me tell you about myself real quick. First, I would like to tell you that I came from a broken home. I ran to the streets because that's what I wanted to understand what part of life that my dad was living. So I ran to the streets. That led me to prison. That led me to getting high on drugs first. Let me say that. After leading me to get high on drugs, it led me to prison for a 5-year sentence. After I did a 5-year sentence, I got out for 87 days, and I went right back and did 8 years and 8 months. And then here I am, being back out here in society, and I've been out here for 5 years. Being out here in society, I had only understood what life was like for 13 years and 8 months behind the bars, right? So coming out here and always being free in my mind the whole time I was incarcerated was the reason why when I got out here, it seemed like I'd never left from being out here, for clarification. But understanding how I had lived for 13 years and 8 months and having to pay attention to people and study different men over the course of 13 years and 8 months was a lot of studying people in order to keep myself protected and safe, correct? Correct. So with that being said, I had to learn how to transition out here in life. And that's where I feel for my fellas and ladies who get out of being incarcerated, where I feel like where we get stuck at is we get stuck with the mindset of we was cool with state pay and whatever hustles we had going in there, and we figured we could just do it on a bigger scale out here. But in all actuality, that is the plan that fails us. And I have to be honest, institutions don't groom people to be better people when they get out. Nor do they treat them like that. They don't treat them with respect. So that's why a lot of us get out, and I'm speaking for the ones who's ever been incarcerated or been in jail. That's why we have that stigma. But it's up to us to allow that stigma to stick with us. You see what I'm saying? So let's get more on back into my life real quick. So being incarcerated, I didn't allow myself to be caught up. That caught up term is being more in tune with being locked up because I know I'm going to be here for a while, versus I'm getting ready to get out, so I can't do the same things I was doing in here before I'm getting ready to get out because it could risk me being in there longer. Boom. So with that being said, I did programs to better myself, make myself better before I got out. That way I can be conditioned before I got out, which is not a choice that most people make. Most people only make that choice because they're trying to get their sentence reduced. I did it to actually benefit myself, to prepare me coming to the world for the second time, because I didn't do it the first time. So when I did it this time, I still got out into society and was trying to play catch up. That was the wrong way to go. Playing catch up made me feel like I needed to catch up with women. It made me feel like I needed to catch up with friends. It made me feel like I needed to keep up with people that was incarcerated that wasn't doing the same things that I was doing in there as far as programs. And if they was doing programs, then their mindset wasn't on the same mindset that I was on, but I still dealt with them. Then I brung a lot of outside bull crap into my home, which disrupted my home. and cause chaos. And I didn't want to take responsibility for it at the moment, but then I took responsibility for it. So then that led me to being straight alone by myself. In this time alone is where I've grown. And that is a real saying. In your time alone is where you've grown. And that was said at 5:11 on my clock. And I want you to know that when you do that and you stay alone, you really become strong. And if it's in a relationship form or staying with family members or something like that, and you finally end up getting your chance to be alone on your own, value that time, because in that time is where you're going to come up with your greatest creations. On to the next one. So then I had became homeless. Once I became homeless, being homeless was the most humblest and the most blessing of a blessing that I could have received in the people who I met in that time frame, which was people who was homeless just like I was. The information that I shared with them people and the information that they shared with me really touched my life, which helped me knew that me doing this, getting on here, recording how I feel and helping somebody else make the transition and spark that light in y'all, them people gave it to me. It's not no somebody that got money or nothing like that. Them ain't the people who gave it to me. Bob Proctor gave it to me, but after Bob Proctor gave it to me, homeless people gave it to me. And that was another experience of me understanding respect and valuing another person and giving someone else a chance to have the floor to be able to express what's on their mind. No matter if I can understand what they saying and they on a whole nother frequency, or if I was able to understand what they were saying, or if they didn't want the type of feedback that was going to help them. I just took that time to just groom myself to be able to understand each and every individual. So that leads me to the next thing that I would like to say is that's what led me to wanting to understand myself better. And the one thing that I learned from Bob Proctor is he always said was, if I can learn me better, I can help. He said, if I learn me better, I can help you understand you better. And what he meant by that is anybody who's on any frequency of a conversation that you end up clicking on and you resonate with my page, that means I was in that position and learned that position just to be able to explain it to you just as well as anyone else who's speaking on social media and speaking their truths. I love you all and have a beautiful day.